Lastly, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of tonight's wonderful performers who will grace the virtual stage, and to all of you for joining. You're surely in for a treat. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce our first performer, my friend and longtime Salon performer, Paul Faco. Composer, conductor, keyboardist Paul Faco lives at his performance space in Chester, PA, known as the Andrea Cafe Acoustique, where he's been giving mini concerts since March. He is music director of Gloria Dei, Old Swedes Church, and founder of the Chester Performing Arts Project. Trained at the Curtis Institute of Music, Paul, affectionately known as Fedge, is a master improviser on the organ and piano and has been performing at the Salon here for decades, always surprising us. And tonight will be no exception. Now, with the online version of the Salon, Paul can play for us on the historic organ at Gloria Dei Old Swedes Church in Philadelphia. Let's give our warmest welcome to Paul Faco.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gloria Dei Old Swedes Church, where I'm sitting downstairs on the floor, and you can see the organ I'm going to play on up behind my right side. I think it's that side. And I hope you all hear me well. I'm going to start on this screen, take you on a little tour of the church, and then I'm going to go to another screen where I shall play. So now if I can get this phone to cooperate, I'm going to flip my camera and show you the church a little bit. So let's see. The camera flipped. So here's the front of the church. All somewhat decorated for Christmas. Churches are kind of empty this year because of the nature of the COVID. We are allowed to have 6 people in here, and we give regular Sunday gatherings. And we have a little balcony. You see, I'm going to walk under the balcony. You see, we hang toys from the ceiling here, which is kind of fun. Makes looking down the aisle kind of not easy. So I'm going to walk upstairs now. And a little about the organ. It is a 27 rank Hook and Hastings instrument from 1903. 27 ranks is a fairly small instrument. Gloria Dei is a fairly small church, but I think it's the finest small instrument in the city. And of course, for those of you that do not know what an organ is, it is basically a box of wind with a bunch of pipes sitting on top of it, which I shall show you. I'm going to take you inside the instrument so you can see what it is. First, we'll start outside though. Here we have, stepping back, we're next to the instrument on the side. You see that there are pipes right there. These are the big white things. Those are the pipes on the outside of the case. And then, so I'm holding the light and the phone at the same time. This is the lower level of the instrument. You see the pipes. Up here, you can see some of the control action. There's more control action down here. This is all mechanical action, direct connection between the keyboard and the notes, except we did add some electrical solenoids here to make some things easier. We can do some programming. So this is actually a hybrid instrument. It is at once historical and modern. So now I'm going to walk around to where I'm going to play. Soon you'll see me on my other screen. First, I want to show off some of my decor. I think from my distant shot, you cannot see my wreath that I put out. So I have to show that off because I just like to show off. And my star. So now I'm going to wander through a couple of Christmas carols and show off some sounds on the instrument. I'm going to go off of this screen, and Adam's going to switch me to the other screen. Now I bet I sound very different and distant because of the nature of an organ. The microphone has to be pretty far away. So I'm only going to talk a little bit. I'm just going to play. I hope you will recognize these tunes. Sing along if you want. I'm just going to blaze through a few little ideas. Put on the right glasses now so I can see too.
Love you, Faco.
So, Paul, we heard about half of what you played because I think one of your microphones, the church microphone, was still muted. For now, I hope you'll oblige me. We are going to bring Paul Faco back so that you can truly hear the glory of his organ playing. So, Paul, we welcome you back, an Old Swedes Church. Paul Faco.
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
Good. You've already had the tour of the church, so we'll just play some music.
White Christmas this year.
Bravo. Much better. Bravo.
Bravo, that was Paul Faco performing from Old Swedes Church in Philadelphia, and we'll have a chance to chat with Paul later. And that was a completely different improvisation from the one that he did earlier in the evening. He's just a brilliant mind and musician and a dear friend who we've loved here playing my Steinway piano for 34 years, and now we get to hear him on the organ. Thank you so much, Paul Faco. So just a reminder again that you can donate to these wonderful artists, and the link is in the chat.